Here's how it looks. We've got this far. It's AC Milan and Inter Milan in one semi-final, an all-Milanese derby, and then a repeat of that unbelievably dramatic clash from last year at the same stage, Real Madrid and Manchester City. And we all remember what happened then, Richard, and all City fans and players will remember the heartbreak of being so close yet so far. So how will that play into this tie coming up?
I suppose every year City have improved on the fact that they've had another year of experiences. Last year's experience for them would have been heartbreaking because they got so close. Brian has mentioned they had opportunities to put the game to bed and just couldn't quite do it. But ultimately they were done by their own defending at times. I think this year they're a lot more solid. They'll have a lot more sort of confidence going into the games, knowing that they can handle counter-attacks, they can handle being without the ball for a certain amount of time, and they have that huge threat up front. But you just can't ever look past Real Madrid. They're obviously going to be the favourites, I would imagine, going into it because of their track record in the competition. But the two semi-finals are just brilliantly mouthwatering.
Brilliant in different ways, isn't it? What will Pep Guardiola, we see him in all his interviews and he always looks like he's agonising about 1,000 different things at the same time. What will he be specifically worried about from Real Madrid? What will be racking his brains over the next few weeks?
Oh, well, look, undoubtedly the pace of Vinicius Jr. I mean, Manchester City are playing without a right back at the moment because they're using John Stones in the middle of the field in the 3-2-5 formation. So there's some risk involved in that. Kanji moving over, John Stones filling in. The most lethal part of the Real Madrid team, and we've done it several times before the games, we've built up the matches to the stage where we've said, can we do that with Vinicius Jr. and Benzema again? And then we'll add Rodrigo into it, who seems to score all his goals in Champions League. So that is the devastating part of their team. When they need goals, they can get goals. We saw that repeatedly last year when they were behind the matches. There's the excellence of Modric in the middle of the pitch. The composition of the midfield changes a little bit, whether Camavinga plays full back. I think somebody else will be back in to play left back for that match, and Camavinga may go back into the middle of the field if he can oust Cruz or Valverde. But they know how to do it. We saw them in the final without the ball. They were able to beat Liverpool, having very little the ball, devastating.
They can do it anyway, can't they? Last word then, Richard, on the other game then. We already talked about Inter coming through against Milan, who we saw last week looking really impressive defensively against Napoli. I'm reminded of 2003, the semi-final. 0-0 in the first leg of the San Siro, 1-1 in the second leg of the San Siro. Milan went through on away goals, which is obviously a bit of a joke. That doesn't apply this time. Should we expect something similar, something similarly tight? Yeah,
I think so. I think both teams will try and nullify each other, and they'll be quite happy just wait for one mistake. And it's almost going back to the old school Italian style of football, is let them make a mistake and just take advantage of it and get the goal. I don't think it's going to be end-to-end 3-3 like the match tonight. I think it'll be a lot more cautious.
The Italians are back.
Yeah.
Indeed.